presentation ya Children's Fund. Presentation ilo tlhalosetsa sentle gore e ka ba child survival presentation ya child survival Children's Fund ikhuluma nabo child survival ikhuluma nabo community health workers kusuke kwenze njani. Must bear that first slide. In that letting up to Africa's children, our hope and our inspiration. Normally, every year as a children's fund, we adopt a theme that is going to guide us. Noma sikhuluma, noma sibuphi, sikhumbule ukuthi for that year, yini esisebenzela phezu kwayo besisebenzela noku-understand ukuthi when we see and look and embrace children, we do that knowing ukuthi abantwana they our hope, abantwana they are our inspirations, because even when you wake up, you know, if you've got a grandchild, you know ukuthi uma ngivuka ngivukela lengane into of, you know, they also give a hope ukuthi ube nempilo impilo yakho ibe ne direction, because there's this person that you really want to make sure ukuthi naye in life you are survivor. That we know when as a children's fund, when we continue to do this umsebenzi wethu rebana le di-theme tse guide our work to some emphasize some of the activities that we implement. But for 2017, this thing our children are our hope and inspiration. For whatever that we do, we know even the seeds that we plant in their lives, it will actually take them far. So this is the theme in the research in 2017. The next slide. Rikopane once again, child survival, development and thriving. We are beginning to add the third word, thriving, because Roberta understand how as a child, beyond development, you are also supposed to thrive. You are supposed to be a person with potential. You are supposed to be a person who is able to make it in life, and therefore all the investments that we are putting in that journey, especially a journey young one, now we know her, this is the person that is going to survive in the long run. Just to give you a brief history, your Children's Fund, every 5 years we review strategy. Every 5 years, city, what is that we have done? Where we in the last 5 years, where we need to improve and all that. Now, when we started implementing the new strategy, 2016, we're actually guided by the research. Research in order to understand in the country, Mzansi, what are the issues of children and young people. South Africa, research was really saying to us, children are dying before they reach the age of 2. Statistics, I'm not going to go deep into that. I will share the presentation, especially with the manager managers will be able to also see where we come from in terms of this program. Okay, I will say like the research in the area for those children that are dying before they reach the age of 2 are dying in those provinces. Renal KZN as a key, the Renal Eastern Cape, the Renal a bit of Northern Cape, and then a bit of Northwest. But if you look at that report, if you look at that slide, we then decided as a Children's Fund to take the first 5 West affected districts. Out of the first 20 in the country that are affected by children dying before they reach the age of 2, we'll take the first 5. If you look at that slide, you'll see KZN Idhula Pehla, Eastern Cape, elandele ke Limpopo, Port Northwest, and then the last one in Northern Cape. Those were the first 20 districts. From the 20 districts, the first 5, Kimoro in Northwest, Northern Cape. Remember, how Northern Cape is only one district that is affected. But how the Shaba the municipalities that on the municipality Northern Cape, Eastern Cape, and KZN, because we decided on the first 5. Let me get to take the 20. Then you guess is going to sit at a wonga out 20 so support. So I the first 5. But magic, if you look at the statistics, the first 5, yes, pointer in Northern Cape, yes, pointer in Eastern Cape, yes, pointer in KZN. That is why I'm trying to say, as a children's fund, see implement child survival in those 3 provinces. But Masikubega Sibono to wise we end up in Ghana. Ngoba ibe ngiyakhona phaya ngithi nibone in a great town being a client, in a free state being a kind magic. So we need to understand why is it we coach. Now, if you look at child survival, the main purpose of child survival is to make sure that any caring system, any system that takes care of a child between 0 and 24, it is in such a way that it enables this child to survive. We look at quality, we look at that access within that system. Be it a parent, be it a clinic, be it as a preschool center, anything that takes care of a child or that touches the life of a child within the first 24 months, that system, it has to be strong enough to be able to make sure that the child survives. Now, as a children's fund, again, we made a decision, Mamzanella Paguti, CSD decision, focus on the first 1,000 days per year. The first 1,000 days, that is the 24 months. Kusasa abantu bempilo beyeza from Department of Health, who are really going to explain to us what does that 1,000 days mean and what does it entails. What are the stages in that? So they will even explain it further because Tina, in knowledge is limited. It's limited up to the first point where we know and understand a system, be it a community base, be it a clinic, be it at government, what is expected. But the experts are coming tomorrow to make sure that at least we understand better when we go and deal with these issues. We want to understand it's an integrated approach. It doesn't look at one angle of dealing with a child. We understand Harishebi approach, Harishebi intervention, to someone from one angle. Again, it has to be a very comprehensive approach. And we are doing Ubuntu and all that. It's not something which is an infundis on it. Into edala ni yeza nina abomagwaza lapho ukuthi ne understand ukuthi into about ubuntu uninza ubuntu, you know ukuthi umntwana akusumntwana wami ayiwana ngithi umuje wami akusumntwana wami ayiwana ngithi umntwana kamabiyela if ukuthi mabiyela yabana ukuthi uwile lapha ukuthi you will do something because you know ukuthi uwakashadi again owami. And uma sikhuluma nge-integrated approach or comprehensive approach, sikhuluma ngama-families, abomama, child care workers, government, private sector, implementing partner, wonke umuntu who is actually touching on the life of a child. That person is part of this approach. That person is actually continuing with this thing, yes, to yabantu abamnyama, ukuthi we are actually doing things within the African idiom of which it takes a village to raise a child. That is why Lama groups are so important because now I let that component. Masikhulume ke ukuthi siguphi nge-child survival i-active guphi bayenzani kuma different provinces. The first 3 provinces that are affected by this is OR Tambo in Eastern Cape, JTG, which is Jomoro Longhaitsewe in Northern Cape, and Zululand in KZN. Those are our key focus areas. If we have to do anything and give results back to the country about what is that we're doing as a children's fund, those are the first areas that we need to give a report on. But because of the work that we have done as a children's fund and some of the strength that we have, there's a good system with family support that is existing in Eshowe, that is existing in Free State, and probably that is existing in Northwest. That is why we had to go to those provinces, because there was already a system and it existed at the party to help us to continue with the work that we're doing. So while Renale a new areas that were giving us new things, we also had to go back to those that were already existing to help us in doing our work again. So so in those provinces, say 7, our focus is in clinics. We have a partner that is helping with the data system in the clinics. They go in, they access clinics, babatusa kahu yeza data capturing system. Enyandeni sincedisa ngokuthi simeke sure ukuthi kune system ezokwazi i-capture patient information. With the patient information sizokwazi sazi ukuthi bangakhi abantwana who are under 2 abazalwe enyandeni, that we can help with services angithi. Bane mobile health clinic, which is the mobile clinics angithi, kune community component lapha. So that is what we're doing with partner Yase Eastern Cape. At some point you'll be able to meet them and learn and understand ukuthi owabo umsebenzi bawenza kanjani. And Northern Cape bayenza umsebenzi ocishe ufana nawase KCFC. They have community health care workers who are going and doing a family outreach. And Freiheit, we have what they call health trainers. These are the people who work in our clinics now. They do our health talks before patients by bona aboness. Then beseguba iside yase Eshowe, then beseguba iside yase Great Town, yase Kwangolosi, ne? Western Cape, sise Lavender Hill, nase Langa. Sienza family-based childhood ebendiyenza umampongo selapo, kodwa le accredited, but it's the very same components and the system that they're doing, but by accredit. So they will work with 20 families, is the same thing that they're doing, but lapo what is important for us is early learning for umntwana o under 2. When do we introduce e-learning for umntwana o within 24 months? Free State, Sikona, Nakona, there you can see CCF. In Pumalanga, Sikona, we work with an organization called Itembaletu, again by family and community outreach. They do abo door to door. They also support with immunization programs and all that. And Northwest again is family early childhood program. Now that slide, we can go back to. This is the work that we are doing in child survivor. So there's a piece that this group is bringing to the broader program. The other partners in other parts of the country that are also doing their piece. We'll find a time at some point for all of us with all those partners to meet and be able to share with Isugu Pisenzani, so that the fund will then continue to consolidate and come up with a number. So we hope Wuti Egrinane will be able to reach over 5,000 families, including the other partners in different provinces will be able to reach close to 10,000. I'm just being minimum. We might even reach over 10,000 children because of close to 10 numbers that 10 members that we have on that slide. Now, in those provinces, with all those partners, in those districts, this is the work that we do. Psychosocial support and information. We do healthcare during pregnancy. We support mothers, encourage and strengthen a bonding between the mother and the child. Nutrition, breastfeeding is also important. Immunization. We also encourage referral to social services, birth registration of Yabana. There's a strong component of economic strengthening because we really want to see household income. Also, there's an early learning. So with all those 10 partners, this is what is being done. Also, you included the 3 partners. Now, we are in the second year, close to the end of second year of our program in those 7 provinces. What is expected, specifically for this one? The reports are saying you're working with almost close to 800 families in the 3 sites. We are going to confirm that. I'm not sure. I think Mama Chela will confirm exactly how many families you are working with as the 3 organizations. With that, you are doing economic strengthening. With that, Reshebile will understand that what are the interventions with those families. Yini eniyenza nalama families. Uma ngifika kusasa ngithi kini, and Thando, you are saying we have strengthened 10 families. Ngitshela ukuthi how does a strengthened family look like? Mhlambe ithi ngirephrase. Ningangitshela manje ukuthi a strengthened family, how does it look like? What is entails in a strong family support?
Hare family is strong. Re ra hore e jwang or e ikemetse.
Kulaba bedala basebenza ngama family mambiyela uma sithi le family le is strong le mina I know ngisebenzise no family ka Nyokong ngayenza lokho manje is strong ngiyayikhipha ku system yami bazozimela isuke njani leyo family
isuke sikwazi ukuyimela
kanjani
sikwazi ukuzenzela nje lokho sikwazi ukuthi akwazi ukwazi ukukhulisa umntwana wakhe amandla akwazi ukumhambisa esikoleni mhlawumbe aza amfundise euniversity.
So those are the things that I'm looking for. Uma sichubeka sisebenza nabo babuthulayo ukuthi uma manje sesidevelopa i-model, masidevelopa ama-flyers, masidevelopa ama-one pager about a program, a family strengthening. These are the things that you will definitely see and kube ne-evidence ukuthi umntwana uyaya esikoleni, umntwana yenza lokhu, ifamily yenza lokhu and lokhu. So that is what that is what the fund is really expecting out of Lama reports that will be coming from this group. That package of services, we need to make it formal. Sometimes kuba nzima mampongwa simasohambile lapha so ye events so to yokhuluma nge-sustainable livelihood. Bese kuchamuka umntana omncane athi sisi ngitshele ke i-package kahle what is the minimum package of supporting or making a family strength to be strong? Asikwazi kuyisho kahle, but manje I know ukuthi nakwazi kuyisho. Kodwa thina encwadini zethu nama-report wethu asilokhanga kahle. So ngicabanga ukuthi this is the era that will help us to be able to develop that. Sikhuluma nge-referral system. How do you refer? Ma urefera, do you have a system? Mhlawumbe bhalile phansi ukuthi uShadi with the grandchild yakhe ngamrefera ku clinic on the 15th. Do you track ukuthi njengoba ngimrefera on the 15th? Mhlawumbe nge-20 ngiyabuyela ngibona ukuthi okay, tick ufikile, tick uyitholile service, tick, and how do you bring back? It's a cycle. How and where do we record izinto ezinjalo? Ntate if let's about referral system, le dingwala jwang, le tseba jwang ho le referile, le tseba jwang hore ngwana le mo referileng o ithotse neti service aba khutla. So we need to understand those things. Ke batla utlwisisa hape hore le sebetsa jwang le other systems le na le clinic le na le di community health workers le na le boss mama le na le di leadership ko community le sebetsa jwang le batho ba and how do they help you to achieve go program ya lona? Who are other people, strategic partners that you are working with? So I think we'll be able to hear more of that haliza your individual presentation. So kisere sikhoka out of this partnership. So when you go back to do the individual plans alona and come up with a consolidated plan, these are things that you are going to follow up. Mama Gwas, uma sesithi ke senahamba AKCFC senosebenza. Ngifuna uku-understand ukuthi lama family lawa awu-800 abobani, abogogo, granny headed families, abo single mother headed families, abo mama abashadanga baphethe imizi yabo. Is it a fully fledged family, umama ubaba nabantwana? What type of families are you working with? Can I be able to define and describe your target group? Those are things that we're actually looking for. So when you go into your plans, these are things that we want to see happening in your groups. So when I come, angisabuzi mamchela ukuthi mina bahlangana kay 15 ba womgagwa. It's important umachela ufuna ukuyibona. Mina ngifuna ukubona I type of family. Ngifuna ukubona ukuthi kule family le ezi 15 sisebenza noMampongose. How many of them are in grade 1? How many of them are in grade 2? How many of them are in grade 10? Laba baku grade 10, are you giving them information with sexual reproductive health so that bangabi pregnant? How many of them are gogo who are over 6? You know, I'm interested in that so that I can understand how this structure is able to support umntwana ngapi. If umuntu is pregnant, if a 13-year-old is pregnant or 15-year-old is pregnant, abogogo laba bakuma groups, what information are they imparting on this one? You know, those are things that I'm actually going to be interested in. Sibuya City, after 4 years, 4 or 5 years, any implementing mhlambe sisi renew ama contract and all those kind of things. I am still going to come and want to understand what ngempela when you were profiling those 800 families, abantwana who were born within that time or nini, are they healthier? Akuna ama issues ukuthi umise ukuya ku immunization yakhe. Akuna ama issues ukuthi mhlambe ekhaya umama doesn't even understand indaba zokuthi umntwana amakane diarrhea yini fanele ukuthi ayenze. That is what I'm going to be looking and tracking on ukuthi when we talk about health issues, these things zikhona kule family okhuluma ngayo mambiye bothe ifamily strong, abantwana baya esikolweni akuna inkinga kahle. But still I want to see ukuthi if kunomntwana omncane kule family le othi strong, lo mntwana khona uhealthy na, lo mntwana khona uyakwahamba ama clinic, umntwana khona ekhaya umama womntwana understand ukuthi even mawufana ukuthi uncelisa umntwana fanele ukuthi uzigezisa, all those hygienic things ukuthi babe strong banemali. Number one, sayithanda, but at the same time, do they understand ukuthi lo mntwana yini fanele ukuthi bayenze? Do they understand ukuthi mawune issue ubani fanele ukuthi uye kuye, ubani system ekhona lapha emphakathini, iclinic yazi ukuthi, you know, they have all that information. Indaba ze-nutrition, I'll come back and check ukuthi okay, bayakhuluma ngabo breastfeeding kula ma families na. Bayakhuluma ukuthi okay, if ukuthi mhlawumbe asikhona ukuthi umama breastfeed umntwana, what are other alternatives ezikahle esizoyenza ukuthi umntwana abe healthy? Do they also deal with nama issues with social services and nama partnerships? Who are other people that they were able to actually bring on board to make sure that they work together and be able to deliver this program? We'll also be looking at stimulation of early learning. Zuma kakhulu ngikhulume ngibheke indaba ze-ECD ukuthi zihamba njani and how do we begin to stimulate abantwana bethu even though basasebancane. Ngithi again indaba enkulu i-data. i-data yethu i-consistent. Ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngivalidate ukuthi mawuthi mampongwazi nginabantwana abawu-15, I can go back to the system and get 15 surnames. Ungathi unabantwana abawu-15 bese ngithola i-surname eziyi-5. Asihlangana ngithi mntwana sekhaya. Ibatholile. Ngifuna ukuthi mawuthi ku-system yakho ama-families wami or ama-young people, there are 20, I need 20 surnames. And they need to be a system through Mandela ukuthi uzokwazi ukuthi angibonise ukuthi even the finance I was able to do that. So there are a lot of things that I'm going to be coming, especially when it comes to data. And i-data angikhulumi ngaleyo mlomo, ngifuna ukuyibona. And ngithanda le data ukuthi ngizokwazi ukuyixofoza ngihleli lapha eGoogle ivele ingikhiphela abantwana. Mam Jackie, ha irikaneti di-group tse-15, ha ke ixofoze ntho ya bagowai in group tse-15, and ha ke tla ke bona di-group tse-15, because it's going to help me with, it's not supposed to be even me who is supposed to come and visit you. Any person can come and visit and see 15 groups according to his record. So that part of data is going to be very, very important. So that is the main reason why I brought all this group together, to make sure that the data is strong, iba reliable, I can validate it, and I can verify, and I know ukuthi uma ngithi kunomntwana lapha ku system bathu Shadi Nyokong, I can go and get that child. Angithi bawinile.
Yes.
Okay. I need share up, otherwise we'll keep it, guys. My colleagues, if there's anything that I've left out, that is the child survivor. That is why we are here together, and that is what we are supposed to deliver.